I know it's been a while since I have updated all of you. Um, it's been kind of a hectic 2 weeks, I think it's been, something like that. Unless you saw my coming out video, which I haven't posted yet, then it's only been a week. But it's Hayden. It's July 16th still, 11:50 p.m. So it's gonna be July 17th when I post this. But a lot of things have happened. Um, I had planned on coming out this past Wednesday, yesterday, but that didn't really work out because I had to postpone my coming out day to make sure that when I come out as female to male transgender, when I come out as Hayden, that I don't lose my RA residence assistant job at my college. The reason for that would be because I'm supposed to be an RA in an all-girls dorm, which I'm hoping that I can still do that. Even though it's in an all-girls dorm, I would still feel most comfortable in there, even if I identify as male. But so I have to make sure that I don't lose that, because otherwise I can't afford Monmouth College. So that's not really cool. You might ask, why don't you get in an all guys dorm and be an RA there instead? Mainly, I wouldn't feel comfortable being surrounded by a bunch of guys quite yet, because mainly I'm just going to be doing the social transition. I'm going to start all of that, and so I feel like it'd be really awkward, and I'd feel very nervous all the time. Co-ed dorms, my school does have them, but they are about $1,000 more expensive, so can't do that. But I anonymously emailed one of the people in charge of RAs at my college, told them, or asked them, what about general people who are transgender? How are they placed in dorms? And what if a RA is transgender? I gave my example, though, for the general one, I gave the example of male to female transgender, just to kind of diversify it and not really pull myself out there and be like, hey, this is me, obviously. Why don't you go look at all the names you have and pick which one you think it is? So, kind of did that. He emailed back. He told me that he's actually been working on trying to get gender-neutral dorms, or a gender-neutral floor or something, gender-neutral housing at my college before fall semester starts. So I'm hoping that starts, and hopefully we can talk something through. Maybe I can be an RA there. I'd feel really comfortable there. I would have friends who would probably move there because they would feel most comfortable there too, being transgender themselves. And then just I would keep my job that way. I would be able to continue going to Monmouth College, and that would be great. And I'd be able to be myself. So that's postponed for now. I'm hoping I get a response soon that's kind of positive or something. Another thing, on Monday, I had my first gender identity therapist session, and he was really cool. I think I said before, he's female to male transgender himself, which was really neat. My stepmom came in at the beginning of the session, and she asked a few questions, and afterwards, I was able to talk to him by myself. But yeah, it was kind of great. It's just general questions and getting to know me, and then that kind of thing. And then later, I talked to my stepmom, and we had a really good conversation. And I feel like she's coming around, and she's being more supportive now. She said, she wasn't comfortable calling me a different name or using different pronouns yet, but I'm okay with that. She can take her time on that, I understand. But everything else, it seems like she's coming around. And then I have another gender identity session Tuesday. because I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to have another session, of course, because me and my stepmom are both feeling that he will be the best choice, though I'm still seeing the other one once to kind of make a more informed decision. But I wanted to see him to talk about the RA situation. And through email, he said that he has a few ideas, so hopefully there's some way for me to keep my job and still come out as myself. Other than that, Monday I also got my very first binder, so I was able to wear that to my gender therapy session. Super excited about it. I'm wearing it now because I kind of wanted to show you guys, but it's a GC2B binder. It works really well. I'm really flat. But yeah, it's a size extra small, which I was surprised it fit me, I guess, maybe. I was afraid I was going to get the wrong size. I measured myself so many times, but got the right size. When I was trying it on, I had never tried one on before, so I was just like, I struggled and pulled my shoulder a little bit, and that hurt for that day, but now it's easy to put on. I wear it usually like 4 or 5 hours here and there, just to get my body used to it. I had to take it off at work today because I didn't know if it was my rib hurting or it just felt like it wanted to like crack or something. Like sometimes your bones hurt because they want to crack. Or I didn't know if it was like my side, so I took it off just in case. Wanted to be really careful. So that's another thing that was really exciting. And then last Thursday, I went to the mall, and I got my very first snapback. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was pretty exciting. I got 2 new guys shirts as well, this being one of them. And then I got my first 2 pairs of boxers. So I feel like I'm going through things, I don't know, I guess a little slow, but it's nice. The boxers help me feel more comfortable. Now I have a total of like 3 pairs, so that's really cool. I wish I had more because if I wear any of my other undergarments, it feels uncomfortable. It feels really confined, and I don't like it. And the binder is kind of crazy because when I put it on, I just automatically, like, I stood up straighter, and I guess that's probably part of like it binding me. I have to sit up straighter, but and I felt more confident. I saw myself flat chest and everything in the shirt that I was wearing, and I felt super confident, and just more happy, and that was just interesting. And one thing that was weird too is I noticed that quickly I think binding can become an addiction in a way. You can get addicted to the way it makes you feel, just because it makes you flat chested and that's what you've always wanted. If you're transgender and that's how you kind of wanted to be, flat chested. Everyone's different. But you know, I never really was like, oh, I hate my chest. I was just like, it's just there. But the second I put the binder on, I knew. I felt comfortable. I felt like myself. I knew no one was going to look at me because of anything that was here. Because in the binder, there's nothing there. And I felt like I can express myself better. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. I know it can quickly become an addiction, I feel, just because I feel great in it. So I've been really cautious with just steadily getting my body used to it, a few hours here and there. But yeah, those are some of the main updates. Gender therapist, binder, clothes, and the RA struggle. Oh, another thing, a friend of mine Nick, who is female to male transgender himself, as I've said in previous videos, he and I created a survey for students at our college to take. It was about gender equality. It was about, we asked how they identify. We asked about how they would feel if we had gender-neutral bathrooms, gender-neutral housing, if they would feel comfortable having a transgender RA, how comfortable it would be on a scale of like 1 to 5, 1 being extremely uncomfortable, 5 being extremely comfortable, and then like asked for any comments they might have, that kind of thing. And 122 people have taken the survey so far. There's about 1,000 people who go to the college, so that's not too bad, seeing as it's only been up for like a day or two. But really great results. I'm actually really surprised with a lot of it. About 95% people said that they would be comfortable with having a transgender RA, and then on the scale, only 9 out of the 122 people who took the survey said that they would be uncomfortable at all having a transgender RA. So I feel like if we could get tons more people from the college to take the survey, maybe I could show it to the guy I had emailed and use that and be like, hey, you know, people don't care. Like, people don't care if they have an RA that's transgender or not. They're accepting. They don't feel uncomfortable, so they shouldn't kick me out of my job for being who I am. So that's exciting. Yeah. Hopefully I will make more videos more often than every 2 weeks, once every week, when things start to get more rolling, I guess. I might make another one when I figure more out about the RA stuff. But yeah, this is Hayden out. Until next time.